Okay, fire signs, welcome to your daily focus tarot for Monday. So let's talk about the Prince of Wands. The Prince or Knight, all about action, right? So this Prince, he can be quite rebellious. Look at the angle and the length of the horse's legs. I mean, this is coming at things from like a different angle or a strange angle. So he can be kind of rebellious. He can be looking at things differently, or it can signal a need to look at things from a different angle. He's talking about having, this determination and this impulsiveness. And in his impulsiveness, he can be a little too eager, a little too impulsive. He can make things seem worse than they actually are. Now, the clarifiers for the Prince of Wands or Knight of Wands were the Eight of Wands in reverse. There's not much different to see when it's in the upright. So Eight of Wands in the reverse and Six of Cups in the reverse. This is what it looks like upright. So Six of Cups in the reverse. This can be about scarcity, living in the past, and living in disappointment over the past. So like being naive, being abused by somebody. Eight of Wands, because you're like so impulsive and so rebellious, somebody could be taking advantage of that, right? Eight of Wands in the reverse. This is talking about delays, frustrations, mistakes. It can be resisting change, right? So it can be the end of an infatuation or relationship, making mistakes because in the end of this infatuation and relationship, because it's abusive to you. You were a little bit naive. You went rushing into it because you were so passionate, or you were being rebellious against somebody or someone. They said 303 when I saw it. It's now 312. But this relationship needs to end because it's abusive. So the other card that came out was Five of Wands, and this is talking about being in between. It can talk about competition, conflict, tension, being in between worlds, because the Wands are talking about spiritual matters. It's talking about who you are internally, and the Wands in this image, and with the rooster, the black, well, he's kind of blackish blue, rooster, talking about being in between the higher spiritual realms and then being kind of stuck in this competition and this pentagram, so in the physical material world. So there's this tension in between the two, and if you're being abused, or somebody, you're naive and somebody's taking advantage of that naivety and that stagnancy that you have in your growth, to abuse you and manipulate you through your rebellious spirit, that's going to create being stuck. That's going to create this tension here. And the clarifier for the Five of Wands is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot talks about your willpower, your ability to move forward once you balance these sides of yourself, your ability to create this chariot driver, he's pulling the sun. He's got the crown of the moon that the high priestess wears when she's got her book of inner knowledge, her ability to control her higher self is leading her, right? And the magician is manifesting anything. He's also got the force, so he's got this routine that helps him manifest stuff, that helps him move on, right? And he's got the ability to see clearly where he wants to go. He doesn't have any more inner tension or inner conflict between what he wants to accomplish with his higher self, with his inner self, what he wants to accomplish spiritually, and what he's trying to accomplish here in the physical world and make manifest here. So the chariot, your willpower and following that path is what's going to bring in the sun. And at the bottom of the Druidcraft, we have the Hangman. And he's getting ready to harvest this knowledge. He's put structures into place. He's sacrificed a little bit of himself, his time, and his ability to do certain things in order to put these structures into place to make this harvest. And this harvest is all about finding what he needs to communicate within himself, what he needs to communicate on a spiritual level, and how he's going to do that. He's got this hunger, this internal hunger. He's ignoring the stuff that no longer works for him, and the stuff that maybe it'll work for him, maybe it won't. And he's got this internal hunger for knowledge and for having these calmer flowing waters, this new beginning, this new way of thinking, and using his memories to his own advantage to create the life that he wants. So at the bottom of Ethereal Visions, we have the Eight of Cups, which is being on having the unconscious illuminate that inner knowledge to help you get on the right path for you, to help you get back to solid ground that leads you to where you want to go. And the Magician, manifesting, having the physical, the mental, the spiritual, and the emotional all in balance, and being able to manifest what you need and what you want in this world. And then the Queen of Pentacles, the Mother of Pentacles, balancing stuff in order to create what you want. Also, Three of Wands, finding your path towards growth, having that victory on that path. Oh, I didn't see the moon was under here. Okay, the moon is, illuminating it for you. The moon is, you see the crescent moon is in both of these. The moon is taking what you dream of, making it no longer a dream, using your knowledge and turning it into something solid. And this Five of Cups here again, not using that hunger that you have, that spiritual and emotional hunger for this change, and getting up from the spot, standing up, ignoring what's happened in the past, ignoring these spilled cups, maybe even ignoring these two cups here, or maybe taking them, going to the river, filling them, going across this bridge, and going to your new home that you've dreamed about. And now it's made manifest. You've realized it through your strength, through your courage, through your ability to find your way and have this new beginning, right? And then we've got change, which I think it's you that it keeps coming up for, but it could be somebody else. So changes are positive. You're on this road, you're on this path for a reason, and it's positive, and you've got this gateway here, right? You're entering the gateway. Under that, we have very soon teamwork and share. Now, the sharing on this card, it says when you share, everyone feels happy. To me, this is more about sharing your goals and your dreams and not necessarily sharing physical things. Although I think this card is getting at sharing physical things. But to me, this is all about sharing where you want to go, where you want to go, what your goal is, and having that teamwork to get towards that goal, and being able to rely on people to help you. So this change is good. Let the change happen. Don't focus on the negative stuff. Don't focus on, if you're going to focus on your imbalances, focus on it in a way that helps you move forwards and helps you balance them out, helps you figure out like how you got imbalanced in the first place and how you're going to change that. Don't really focus on being rebellious is kind of okay, but a lot of times it gets people into trouble and it can be quite damaging. There's a time and a place for it where it's fine. But don't let people use you. Your higher self is there for a reason. Your intuition is there for a reason. It's there to protect you. It's there to guide you on your path. And you should let it guide you. Don't ignore it. Don't go, oh, well, this can't be true. This can't be right. If you have a bad feeling about somebody, you have that bad feeling for a reason. If you have a feeling that somebody is, doing something to you they shouldn't be, that feeling is there for a reason. Intuition isn't something mysterious. It isn't something that only certain people have. It's something that everybody has and everybody can use to guide them, to help them reach their goals, to help them manifest things. It's something that, willpower is not a dirty word. Intuition is not a dirty word. Taking the path that is right for you may or may not be right for everybody around you. It may not be right for even one other person around you, but it's still the path that you need to go on. And you need to have that determination and that willpower to go on to that path. You need to find it and uncover it with this moon here. Okay? If you're being abused, get away from the abuser. Get away from the people who are manipulating you. Don't let them hold you down and hold you back. Move forwards. Have a good Monday. I'll see you tomorrow.